Forehand. This is my second year sponsored by Solu Productions, Flight Factory, and this is my fourth year with Prodigy Disc. I'm going to show you what's in my bag. I'm going to start with throwing putters. First is a 300 PA4. It is extremely flippy. It's basically just a trick shot disc. Use it for really long jump putts, turnovers, crazy hyzer flips, putter rollers, just getting out of trouble. I don't like throwing it a lot, but it's really great to have in the bag. Next is another PA4. This is a 400 PA4. It's a lot straighter than the other one. This is probably my favorite throwing putter I've ever had. It goes almost as far as a mid for me. It takes whatever line I want. I can hyzer flip it if I spin it enough. If I throw it flat, it'll go straight. I can throw turnovers. It's just such a versatile disc and I love it, and I wish I could throw it on every hole, but unfortunately can't justify that. Next we have a 300 PA3 with Mr. and Mrs. Shoestrick on it. It's a wedding disc. I kept it as a sentimental thing for a while, but then it's just such a good disc I have to throw it, and now I get to carry my friends with me. Threw it a lot out here at Opelika. It's just a really nice straight to stable putter, reliable, great grip. Yeah, I love throwing putters. I wish I could throw more of them. And the last putter is a Glow PA3 in 400 plastic. This is my more overstable putter. Still has lots of glide, but it's not turning. I have to torque it over for it to turn. It's just really nice to have, really great to fight the wind. If I can't throw the 300 PA3 because of the wind, I'm gonna throw this one. My approach disc, I carry 3 A2s. I have 2 in the 300 plastics, a little softer, beats in a little faster. I just love rotating these things through. They're such a nice, reliable approach disc. Start off really overstable, then beat into something that goes straight, can handle torque. This one has been in my bag for almost a year. It's my main sidearm approach disc. I can hyzer flip it, but I have to really pound on it to do that. I really like throwing flat shots with it. Can shape shots. This one is a little bit more stable. It'll stay wherever it lands. Doesn't really skip or roll too much. And then the last one is a 400 A2. It is a beefcake. Just super reliable. I know exactly what it's going to do. It's going to go left on a backhand, and it's going to go right on a sidearm. That's what it does. Now to mid-ranges. I got 3 in the bag right now. I have 2 M4s. The first one is a 400 M4. Got it from my friend Brad Beck. It is just a wonderful, understable mid-range. I can talk. Love it for hyzer flips to turns, long turnovers. I can do some rollers with it. Just hold really straight. It's pretty nice. Another M4, also from Brad Beck. Thanks, Brad. This is my favorite mid-range. It's everything I said about the yellow PA4 holds true for this. It just holds whatever line I want it. It's all about spin control with it. I can throw hyzers that flip to flat and turn, or just hyzers that hold the whole way, turnovers. And it's just, I feel like it's really fast for a mid-range. I can just get it out there pretty far. Great disc. And last is my M2. It's a little more overstable, kind of flexes out of turnovers, long penetrating hyzers. It's really reliable. Moving on to fairways. Only carry 2 fairways at the moment. First is a F3. This is kind of understable, usefully understable. I can hyzer flip it to flat and have it turn late, or just long turnovers. Can get it to go really straight without a lot of effort. F5, just a little bit more stable complement to the F3. Still not overstable by any means, but it's just really, really straight. If I throw it flat, it goes dead straight. A little more left finishing fade than the F3, so I can use it for hyzers and whatnot. Okay, now we got the H series. Gonna go into the side pouch for the last one. First is an H3 V2 in the 400 plastic. Really similar to that F5, just faster. If I have enough height to work with, I can get this out almost as far as my distance drivers. And I like the stamp, kind of partial to it. It's me. Okay, and now, might have seen this stamp before. This is Solu Production H1 V2. I've had this in my bag since I got it a year ago. It's seen some use, and it is very beat in now. I can hyzer flip this one. It should it started off very stable, and it is no longer there, and I love when I get a stable disc nice and beat in. I just know exactly what it's going to do. It's so versatile. I can use it for a lot of shots, and they're just great in the wind. Like when you want to throw a straight shot but you're scared that something that has to hyzer flip will turn, this just holds true every time. Another H1V2. This one is brand new. It is still very stable. It's used a lot for sidearms, longer hyzers. I can turn it over and know it's going to fight out. It's just very useful in the wind. Also, another my stamp. And last hybrid series is the H1 Proto. This thing is a beefcake. Kind of what I was saying about that really beat in PA4. I don't like throwing this a lot. That means I'm probably in trouble. But it's something you have to have. Great for thumbers, sidearm rollers. I threw a grenade with it today. Yeah, it's the most dependable disc in the wind I've ever had. It doesn't care about the wind. Now, two drivers. First off, I have my most understable driver. It is a 400G D4. It's 169, but it's not super flippy. It's just dependably understable. I can hyzer flip it for long, straight shots, put a little more spin on it, have it turn at the end. I haven't figured out rolling with it yet, but I think it will get there eventually. And I love it for hyzer flip sidearms. Like this is my max distance sidearm disc. The next disc in my bag is my Flight Factory Glow D2. This has been in my bag for over a year now, and it is starting to beat in a little bit more. It started off as very overstable, not that much glide, just a great wind fighting disc. But now it's beat into just a wonderful D2. I can throw it hard on a hyzer, pops up to flat, carries straight, always fades at the end. Really useful for headwind shots that I want a hyzer flip that know it's not going to turn over. Next, another D2. This one is 400G. It is definitely more stable, but it still goes quite a distance. This would be my main distance driver on a golf course style course. I can get distance, but know it's never going to turn. Also sidearm this one for just longer shots. I want to start on a little bit of anhyzer. Moving on to the next one. This is the D1 Max. It is very new to my bag, but I love this disc. It is my new max distance driver. Threw it a lot today. We had a little bit of wind, and if I wanted to throw a distance shot with some wind, this is what I was using. If I throw it flat, it'll hold a turn for a long time, but then still fight out the end, and as it's fading, it's still penetrating forward. It doesn't just dump left. If I throw a hyzer flip with it, same thing. It just will flip up, hold straight, and get a little more fade. I haven't experimented too much with the turnovers with it yet, but I know it's going to be great for that. Also with sidearms, this is probably going to be my main sidearm distance driver soon. Just got to learn it first. Next D1. This is an older 400 D1, a little domier, very overstable. I've had this in my bag for, I don't know how long, 2 years, 3 years. I can turn it over and know it's going to fight out. It's great in the wind, nice chip sidearms. Love it for skip shots. It's nice to have the disc that's been in your bag for years. You just know them really well. That's this distance driver for me. It's just super trustworthy. We have what is listed as a D3, but this is not a D3. I don't know what to call it other than massively overstable. This is my utility distance driver. It's very fast, very overstable, great for just hyzers in the wind, skip shots, flex shots, chip sidearms to get out of trouble, grenades. It used to be very bright green. I lost it in a pond for a couple months, finally got it back, and now it's this color. I don't know what you want to call that. Last driver, when I said the D4 was my most understable distance driver, I was wrong. It is the D6. I only throw this for rollers. That is it. It is my favorite disc I've ever thrown for rollers. I can throw really low, like hard shots that I know will just land, stand up, and then roll, or long, like roller type shots. This has changed the way I throw rollers, and I really enjoy it. And then last, but definitely not least, my most thrown disc in my bag, my putting putters. I carry two 300 PA2s. This one just got at the Fairhope Jubilee a couple months ago. It's my prettiest PA2 I've ever owned, and it's now my main putter. I always carry two putting putters just in case something happens to one of them, and I also hold one in my offhand. So I just try to always have two. I like to match them colors. I'm not gonna throw these over my shoulder. That is all my discs. That's all I got, guys. Bye.